Hi everybody, here we are, finally back after the floods of the century.
Yeah.
Back at Julie's. I could manage to get across the dam. Well, not across the dam, across the road near the dam. Anyway, Julie's cooking.
Yeah, episode what? 6.
Is it?
Yeah,
Episode
6, I think. Doing Spatico. It's one of my mum's Italian dishes, which I've veganised. So stay tuned. Very excited about this.
Yes, finally
Yeah.
it's happening.
Yeah.
So we're continuing the Italian theme.
We cook with wine today, so we had to
We had to.
drink the rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. We'll get
Kitchen.
started. So yum. Looking forward to this.
Right. So we're going to do a fennel salad. For anybody who's never used fennel, just cut the greens off, take the outer layer off, so you're left with this white bulb. Everything's going to be shaved today, a bit like my chin. So get a peeler and just start getting it nice and thin. So we're going to start with the fennel. So we're adding radishes now to the fennel. So we just cut the bum off, and the easiest way is put a fork in the green bit, really hard, and then with the shaver again. Shave it. All right, so we've shaved all that lovely fennel, and it's really thin, as well as the radishes, and we've chopped in a punnet of cherry tomatoes. So all this gets dressed with is good olive oil.
Ooh, look at all that oil.
Yeah, fucking hell. Oil, salt, so be generous.
And salt. We're going to die.
We are. And pepper.
Doesn't it look pretty?
And the good thing about this salad is it lasts up to 2 days, or easy 2 days in the fridge. And it's beautiful with anything left over. You can just throw a 3 bean mix through it and have it as a summer salad. So put heaps of pepper and then just your
Skipping
girl vinegar.
Beautiful.
Put lots of this because the tomatoes do drink it up, and so does the fennel, believe it or not. So be generous. Vinegary is always good. Chuck that in and then just give it a good toss through.
Beautiful.
Done.
Go.
Oh, sorry.
Get in.
So we're doing the
Sorry.
sauce now.
Julie obviously wants you.
Yeah, I want to be on tally. We're doing the sauce to go with the spatico, and you get a bag of mushrooms, just button mushrooms.
What's in the bag, Julie? Is that a brown paper bag you're talking about?
Yeah. Just cut them all up, same size, and we're going to toss those with some plain flour and some olive oil. So we're just going to, but honestly, it's going to be so quick. Hang on, I'll just show you.
Okay.
Because we can edit this in. So
Oh, yeah,
we're
sure.
going to put some olive oil into the chopped mushies. Not much, just a little bit, drizzle. Plain flour. Be generous. And then within the bowl, just use your hands and toss those so they all get coated. Okay, so we're going to start the mushroom sauce to go over the spatico. Now we've got a generous amount of oil in this pan, as you can see, and we're going to put a generous amount of butter. Now, get all the toasty bits. You know when you do toast and it's stuck to the sides? I throw those in as well.
Well, it adds to the taste, I'd
We're
imagine.
so professional. So put in a heap of butter because mushrooms.
That's looking like at least 2 generous.
I'm telling you, mushrooms drink butter. It's when I chuck all these mushrooms in, nothing will be left. And we're going to put these in and we're going to brown them, and they're going to become nice and crispy, and we're going to take all that stuff off the side of the pan, and then that becomes our sauce. We're going to add some stuff to it, but we'll come back to that later. Once that's melted, the mushrooms go in, and we just keep an eye on them, and we'll come back to when they're nice and crispy. Is that all right?
All right. Is that all right? Yeah. All right. So we're going to let that happen.
Yeah. Yep, so you can see the mushrooms have all now just gone really brown and really cooked, and it's really quite
Covered
rich.
in so much oil.
Oil. Now, remember what I said about the garlic? So I'm going to throw that in now. That's 3 cloves of garlic that's been chopped. We're just going to give that a little stir because I want that to get through that oil without burning the garlic. Because remember I said to you, we just want to flavour it? What are you laughing at?
The cat going to the toilet in the background.
See?
All right, folks, it's not in the kitchen.
Now you can smell that garlic. That
Does.
is beautiful.
It needs smell-o-vision.
So what we've done is we've mixed a good nearly 2 cups of beef stock with mazel, and I've put in maybe 1.5 tablespoons of the mazel. So it's nice and rich, and we throw that in. We also throw in about, oh God, this is tragic.
No.
About
There goes
half a
our
cup.
wine.
About half a cup,
Yeah.
about 3/4 of a
Yeah.
cup of white wine and pepper. Don't put salt. The beef stock will make it salty enough. So put heaps and heaps of pepper, which I love. I think I've said this nearly in every
You
video.
said it, Paula said it. I say it. We all love it.
Yeah, we love pepper. So pepper, wine, beef stock, and that's quite watery. So we're going to bring this to the boil, and we're going to reduce it by half. So just got to wait for that to get the boil. So we're halfway through. As you can see, it's still watery. But what we're going to do is we're going to add in a bunch of spring onions, which I've chopped, and they all go in as well. So halfway through, just add the spring onions. Still watery, so we're still cooking that down. Still got a fair way to go. So
That looks good, Jules.
all good. Now this has been cooking for Ris, how long? I have no idea.
I don't know.
We've been chatting and whining. You can see now this is the sauce.
Probably
So
20 minutes or so.
yeah, look, it's rich. It's reduced by half.
Looks creamy.
It's absolutely beautiful. The wine's gone out of it. It tastes just delicious. So that can just sit there. We've got water going on the boil for the spaghetti, and we're going to start on our binding. So this is a bit complicated to explain, but we've got a block of silken tofu, which goes in the blender. We've got nutritional yeast, and we put, I'm generous with this because I like it cheesy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going 5. Fuck it.
Why not?
Yum. Little bit of soy milk inside, so not much because the silken tofu does make it quite
So this is
gooey.
basically replacing the eggs.
Yes, exactly. My mum used to make it with eggs, but no eggs, of course. Corn flour, we put in a tablespoon. No, sorry, teaspoon. Teaspoon.
Is that a teaspoon?
Yeah, teaspoon
Looks like a tablespoon through
of
here.
corn flour. Salt, so a little bit of salt. Just pinch it and inside, and a little bit more because I like salty. Oh, it's seasoning. You've got to taste your food. So that on top, and we're going to blitz that. So go. Okay, so we're going to use Saffarelli pasta number 4. We're going to only use half a packet. So Saffarelli is 100% durum wheat. So pop that in, and maybe I just go, I don't know why I do this, but I always just put a little bit more, just in case why it disappears. Yeah, so that's it. So bring the pasta to the boil, wait till it's soft, and then we go to the next step.
Hey, what's happening there, Jules?
Okay, so what I've done is after I blitz the tofu mixture and the nutritional yeast and so forth, I've mixed the pasta through it. So that's all been mixed through. And what we're going to do now is we're going to put it into a deep-sided pan that's been just lightly sprayed with oil. And we're going to tip that in. And you'll hear that sizzle.
So it's really warm. You've not had that.
Not too hot, but
you don't want it to
burn. So once you've poured it in, you need to flatten it because this is going to come out like a cake, believe it or not. But don't put candles in it because you can't do happy birthday with this. So just flatten it all down so you get all those air pockets out, but not too much, just nice and flat. And then we're going to come back and just check the sides on when it's ready to be flipped. And that's so this has been cooking now, and I've just kept an eye on the sides. So what I've done is just lifted it up. It's crisping.
I didn't get that.
Oh, that's okay.
Lift it up.
Sorry? Oh, here.
So it's going.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
So you can
I'm
show.
just having a look, and you can tell it's ready because you do this and see how it's moving.
Yeah, it's moving like it's a hole.
So we're going to flip it now, and this is the tricky part. Don't get on the floor.
I'm standing back here.
So stick your chopping board on top, flip it.
Wow,
Okay.
look at that, everybody. Oh, I'm so
So
hungry.
that then goes back into the pan to do the bottom. So we just whack it back in, push down the sides, and cook the underneath bit.
Okay, I'm absolutely starving hungry. The smells have been just incredible. And it looks great. It just looks so good. I don't want to waste any more time.
Yeah, so enjoy it because it's
really special.
It's really nice dish. So take the time to try to understand what we're trying to do in the kitchen, and we'll see you next week for episode 7.
Won't be
Which Rizzy's going. Oh no, it won't be next week.
because I'm having a holiday. Yeah.
She's having a holiday. So
Thinking donuts.
What's holidays? But
Thinking donuts, maybe.
donuts.
See you guys.
Bye.
Have a good week. Jules will just have a good week and let us know what you think. And make sure you give us photos of what you cook. Oh, send us photos. Thanks.